All right, Burgundy and Gold Nation, before we get into this episode, I have to ask, man, please subscribe to this channel. This channel needs your support. We're going to build this channel from the ground up. I'm bringing you weekly Commander content. All you have to do is subscribe. And the best thing about subscribing, it's absolutely free. It won't cost you 1 penny. All right, Nation, let's get into it. Burgundy and Gold Nation, this is Commanders Talk, and it's your boy T-May back in the building for another episode of Commanders Talk. On this episode, did the Washington Commanders have a historic resurrection? I know you're wondering, like, man, what the hell is this dude talking about? But hear me out on this. Let me quarterback this thing. I'm going to actually take you back a little bit for when Dan Snyder owned the team. Not all the way back, but just towards the tail end. Now, you remember back then the Commanders, or the Redskins, of course, was one of the worst, if not the worst, franchise in the NFL. As far as ownership, Dan Snyder was ranked 32nd in the league as far as league ownership. The worst. Rock bottom. Free agents didn't want to come to DC. They didn't want to play for Dan Snyder or the Redskins, so we couldn't get free agents to come here. We had a terrible GM who drafted horribly. Even the Ron Rivera era, all his draft picks were horrible. I think all of them pretty much were bust. I don't think he landed on one draft pick. Ron Rivera was horrible. But I'm gonna take you back a little bit further than that, than the Ron era. Now, keep in mind, our stadium too, one of the worst in the NFL, man. I know you've seen the stories or you heard the stories about how the pipes were bursting and waste pipes and water pipes and fans getting wet. I know you saw it on TV when the guardrail gave way and the fans almost fell on Jalen Hurts for the Eagles. Unbelievable, man. He didn't invest any money into the stadium. He honestly just did not care. Ticket sales were on their way down. We had no franchise quarterback at all. We was playing rotisserie quarterback. We were just bringing in dudes. Every year was like almost like a new quarterback. Our franchise was the worst, man. Our own free agents. Remember, our own free agents wanted out. They didn't even want to be here. Now, that's insane. When you the guys you drafted don't even want to stay here. Brandon Scherers and dudes like that just wanted to get out of town, man. It was so toxic. It seemed like every month it was a new scandal hitting the news. Every month it was always something with Dan Snyder, something in the news. It was ridiculous, man. So then we started losing our sponsorship. Our top sponsors pretty much headed for the hills, which means Snyder was losing money, which means the NFL experience at the stadium would be even worse now. So the NFL turned on Snyder. All the owners turned on Dan Snyder, and they forced him to change the name. Remember that? He had to change the name. He did it. The sad part is, if we had a better owner, I'm sure they wouldn't have made him change the name. But because it was Dan Snyder and he was hated, they forced him to change the name. The sponsorships, all the sponsors forced him to change the name. So he had no choice. He was losing money. He had to do it. So then he started talking negotiation for a new stadium deal. Couldn't get one. Virginia, Maryland, and DC did not want to do business with Dan Snyder. They did not want to get in bed with him. They knew he was dirty. They wanted nothing to do with Dan Snyder. So that's how bad it was. It was this toxic, man, a toxic environment. The franchise was on its way down. It was pretty much dead. It just went off the cliff. We were in flames. It was insane, man. So then the football gods stepped in and the NFL forced Dan Snyder to sell the team. Now, no one believed that he would sell the team. I didn't believe it. I said, there's no way he's going to sell this team. But he sold it. It was insane. Now, in comes the new owner, Josh Harris. Now, Harris right away started making changes around the stadium. He started to improve the NFL experience there, put in a better field, better food at the stadium. He just made it more enjoyable, for the fan experience. So then, what he did right away, he hired a real GM, Adam Peters, a capable young mind that can, make the right decisions on as far as football personnel. He made that move right away. He also hired a whole new medical staff. whole new medical staff, which was much better for the players. So now we got a new owner, we got a GM, a better medical staff, and also we have a new coach. Adam Peters hires Dan Quinn. You know, one of the well-respected coach around the NFL. We got Dan Quinn in here. So, and to me, that was a big move. Now, I wanted Ben Johnson for the Lions at the time because he was the hot young thing, hot offensive coordinator, and that's who I wanted. But in hindsight, Dan Quinn turned out to be an excellent move for the team, man. I'm happy we got him. I think he was an excellent move. So then Adam Peters did what? What was his next move? He drafted a franchise quarterback, and he hit on it, Jaden Daniels. So we went from being ranked 32nd in the league to, after Josh Harris' first 4 years owner, we went from 32nd to 18th. Now that's big. That's a big jump, from 32nd to 18th in the league. And now in 2025, the ownership is ranked, Commanders ownership is ranked 4th. The only teams that are ranked higher than the Commanders right now are the Broncos, the Eagles, and the Packers. Those are the only 3 teams that are ranked higher than the Commanders as far as ownership right now. So that's incredible, man, how it jumped from 32nd to 4th in less than about a year and a half at most. Now, what did Josh Harris do next? He hammered out a deal with Washington, D.C. to build a new dome stadium at the old RFK site. Now, keep in mind, remember, D.C. did not want to do any business with Dan Snyder whatsoever. Zero chance of a stadium getting built in D.C. They wasn't going to give him any money towards it. Nothing. Zero. Less than a year and a half later, new ownership, we got a new stadium deal. Now, I don't know any franchise to recover from the depths of hell this fast. This is almost insane, man. And I'm telling you, this is historic. I don't know any franchise that ever blew up this fast. Now, along with that dome stadium, the NFL gave us the NFL draft. Got the NFL draft coming to D.C. on the National Mall. That's going to be an incredible event. And also, the Super Bowl will come to D.C. once that dome stadium is built. The completion of the stadium, they call it for 2030, 2031. I'm saying we're going to probably have the Super Bowl 2032, 2033 at the latest. And remember, during 9/11, after 9/11, Snyder campaigned heavily for the Super Bowl in D.C. And the NFL was like, no chance. No way. No way. First of all, the stadium wasn't equipped for a Super Bowl. This time in January, February in D.C., it's too cold. So now that we're going to have a dome, we're getting that Super Bowl here, man. That's going to be very, very, very exciting. So on top of all that, the Commanders are on primetime football, 5 games on primetime TV. And we're going to Madrid. And we got a Christmas Day game on Christmas Day in D.C. This is insanity, man. I'm loving it as a fan. But as far as a resurrection, a franchise, just to do a complete 180, this has got to be the fastest. I've never seen anything as fast as this. Jaden Daniels' jersey is one of the top selling jerseys in the NFL. Now, of course, that's not had nothing to do with ownership or anything like that. It's just the fact that Jaden Daniels is loved throughout the country, man. A lot of fans, opponents love him. He just loved all over the place. So that's why his jersey is one of the top sellers. This team is loved all over the country now. Before we was like one of the most hated, but now it's like we're the most loved. The media loves us. Other opponents' fans loves us. I mean, it's insane. Also, even the simple name, Commanders. A year and a half ago, the fans hated the name Commanders. I mean, for me, I could take it or leave it. I really didn't care. I just wanted the team to start winning. But the fans hated the name Commanders. Everyone hated that name. Everyone I talked to hated the name Commanders. People didn't even want to buy the gear at all. They just hated it. They hated the way the jerseys looked. We couldn't stand it. So now, a year and a half later, check out this graphic right here. As you can see how the fans are coming around. It's April 2024 in the DC area overall, 34%. May 2025, 50%. That's a big jump. The Commander fans, it went from 36% liking the name to 62%. Area sports fans overall, 34% to 53%. The DC residents, 43 to 55%. Northern Virginians, 30 to 49% now. Southern Marylanders, 36 to 50%. As you can see, just in that short period of time, little over a year, the name is growing on people. It's because they're winning, the ownership, people in this area, they're proud again of this team. It's amazing how fast this thing turns around. It's mind-blowing, to be honest. So we definitely had a historic turnaround. I never seen anything like it, man. And now the fans in the streets in DC, Maryland, Virginia area, everybody got on their Commander gear. You feel that love again. It's not as good as when, it was the Redskins and back in the day, of course. It'll probably never be that. But I'm telling you, if this team can manage to win a Super Bowl or two, it's going to start feeling like that in this area again. It's going to start feeling like the old RFK Washington Redskins days. It's going to feel just like it. It might even feel a tad bit better. Just a tad bit. Why? Because it's all fresh and it's all new. So, man, this team has had a historic resurrection, and I'm so happy to see it. I'm glad that I was a part of this, man. This is historic. And for the fans, y'all should love this, man. Eat it up. And like I told you before, don't be afraid to wear your gear out in the streets and talk as much trash as you want, because this is our time. All right, Nation, that's the end of this episode, man. I appreciate y'all for chiming in. Man, get in that comment section and let me know if you think this was a historic resurrection. And also, let me know if you could think of any other team that had a faster turnaround than the Washington Commanders. Put it in the comment section, man. Also, if you could, man, bang that like button, bang the notification bell. Man, please subscribe. This channel needs your support. And if you can, please donate to the machine. If you made it to the end of this episode, I owe you a drink, baby. Salute.